Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Caregivers Florida Career Program. We are excited to have you all as participating providers and look forward to partnering with you over the next 2 years to strengthen your workforce initiatives. I'm Kristen Knapp, Senior Director of Strategy and Communications for Florida Healthcare Association, and your moderator for today's webinar. We're going to explain the next steps in the Caregivers Florida Career Program today and what you need to know as one of our participating providers. Before we get started, I want to just make a few announcements to help our program run smoothly for you. Due to the number of participants, all attendees are muted. We encourage you to ask questions throughout the presentation by typing your questions into the question box. And the slide you see now is going to show you how to submit those questions throughout the webinar. This webinar is being recorded and an archive will be available on our florida.carefortheaging.org website, which is the site we'll be using throughout the next 2 years for this program. So if you have colleagues that were unable to join us, please encourage them to visit that site so they can watch the recording. And I'll be presenting today along with Kelly Smith, who is the owner of Q3 Healthcare Consulting. Kelly and her team and Jennifer, who's also on with us, are the project leaders for the Caregivers Florida Career Program and are your point of contact for helping you get set up as participating providers or just accessing all the benefits that this program has to offer. So let's go ahead and get started. Actually, before we get started, I'm going to do live reporting from Tallahassee at the Capitol in case you haven't seen it. The COVID liability extensions bill, Senate Bill 7014, passed out of the legislature about 30 minutes ago. So those extensions will go through June of 2023 for healthcare providers, including long-term care facilities, nursing homes, and ALF. So that's your live Capitol report. You heard it here first. Okay, seriously now, let's get started. Okay, so you all are here because you signed up as a participating provider with the program. Just a couple refreshers that we did last time in our webinar of what that means, what your responsibilities are. We're going to ask that you respond to potential job seeker referrals, and we're going to go through how you can do that a little bit later. We're going to talk about updating job openings as needed. We'll show you our new Florida Healthcare Long-Term Care Career Center, which is replacing our job board. We're going to ask you to participate in employee satisfaction surveys, have your staff do that, and then report data related to specific metrics required by the grant, such as the number of CNAs hired, CNAs currently working, vacant CNA positions, CNA turnover rate, etc. And then we'll be asking you various questions about your interactions with the program to help us with some benchmarking as well. So those are your responsibilities that we're asking from you to be part of this program. So I mentioned earlier that florida.carefortheaging.org is the website that we are going to be using. This is your resource site. Right now, this site is live and it is accessible to people who are interested in learning more about long-term care careers, not just the CNA positions, but all positions in our skilled nursing centers, from administration to dietary, therapeutic, activities, social services. It gives background and information, video testimonials. It's a great, really a great landing page for someone who wants to learn about a career in long-term care. But we've expanded the site as part of this grant to have a provider section that will be your resource page for where you're going to access everything throughout the program. It is password protected for people who are participating employers. So let's talk about how that's going to work. We have what's called a provider portal section, which you'll see if you go to the website, you'll be able to see that. So you are going to be receiving on Monday, on Valentine's Day, an email from us that shows you how to log in as a participating provider. So this is similar to what the website will look like, those pages will look like. We'll send you a link. Your email address that you've provided to us is going to be your username, and then you will set up your own unique password. Now, I'm going to say this, the password credentials, if you're a Florida Healthcare member, the password credentials that you use to log in to the FHCA website to get into the members only sections or to register for FHCA events. This is not the same thing. This is a different login credential for this program. So the FHCA site, your username is a unique name. It's not your email address. The floridacarefortheaging.org website uses your email address, and then you will get a link in the email that we send you on Monday that shows you how to reset your password. Basically, once you set your password once, you save it forever. So the slide you see here shows you enter your email address. If the first time you'll hit forget password, then you'll come to this next page screen that says enter your email address, and you click the reset password button, and then it sends you an email with instructions on how to change the password so that it's something unique to you. So once you've got your login credentials, the first thing you'll want to do is set up your member profile, put your contract information in here. Make sure that you give us your zip code so we can see kind of the area where your facility is located. Those of you who have signed up multiple facilities, who may be that point of contact for your multiple facilities, you want to click this include entire state so you can look at job seekers who are coming to you from across Florida. So on the provider portal is where you're going to find a variety of resources that we're going to be collecting throughout this program. So first and foremost, I think those are probably most important to you all, is being able to search for submissions from job seekers who are going to be coming to this site as part of the marketing program, the advertising campaign that we're going to be launching at the end of this month. So you'll be able to click on this button to start searching for job seeker submissions. You can also use this button, post vacancies for free. That's going to take you to the FHCA Long-Term Care Career Center, our job board. So those are two active buttons you'll be able to use to get to either posting a job or searching for job seekers. We're going to be housing a variety of webinars. Right now, we've got the webinars up here that we've done, just the how to. Today's webinar will be hosted here, as well as the one we did a couple weeks ago, just to talk about the program. And then as we continue to develop more webinars on workforce recruitment retention strategies, you'll find those resources here. We also have a toolkit that we're building out for you here that you'll be able to download. What this section is, we talked about last time, if you were on that webinar, we have customizable promotional materials, social media infographics, flyers, email signatures, website sliders that are all built out that are similar to the advertising campaign that we're doing, hiring a CNA, with messaging about, become a CNA, start your career today. That is all built out in different sample creative assets that you'll be able to download, and you can actually add your own company logo and use that in your own advertising campaign. So any type of recruitment activities that you're doing. So that's all available on our toolkit, and we'll be building out more of that as we create more assets. We'll be sharing more information with you about how you can actually customize the tools in here. There's a system called Magenta Studios that we're using that it's really user friendly. You're just load in your logo, and you can then again put your own personalized company touch on that. So we'll share more information, give you some instructions that's going to be built out into the toolkit soon. And then we're going to have, of course, these are the webinar handouts. This page is also where you'll be able to find articles on recruitment and retention, any type of resources as this program continues to develop. Anything related to workforce initiatives, you'll find on this section of the provider portal. So again, searching the job seeker submissions. So we're gonna show you in a little bit how job seekers are getting here, but as part of our ad campaign, we're driving all of our job seekers back to the Florida Care for the Aging website, where they will basically fill out a profile, which includes where they're located, their zip code, their address, their county, that will populate the job seeker submission section. So right now we haven't done any active advertising, but we've already got people that are filling out, they're coming here when they just land on this page, and they're filling out a profile. So here's a couple, you can see this is live, this page is live, where you can see that these, there's several individuals here have filled out, you know, their name, their email, their phone, their city, level of education, what they're interested in, job placement, job shadowing, and then their area of interest, CNA, activity support services. So you will be able to filter last 30 days. These buttons will be drop-down buttons, filter by when they were submitted, the type of education, what they're interested in, whether it's, you know, a job placement, an internship, and then the careers, what areas of interest, CNA. So you may find when you come to this page, it's not just going to be CNAs that are posting job seeker profiles. You may find that other people interested in long-term care careers like administrators or interim administrators may come here and post something on a job seeker profile. So this will be a resource to you, not only as part of this program in the CNA recruitment, but also potentially to fill other positions. That is just a kind of a quick highlight of the Care for the Aging site. That again, on Monday, we'll be deploying an email to you where you can learn, where you can set your password and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kelly, who is going to talk more about the employee satisfaction survey.
Thank you, Kristen. I'm Kelly Smith with Q3 Healthcare Consulting. And before we go on, we just had a question in the chat. Somebody was having trouble with audio. So if anyone else is having trouble, please send a message in the Q&A so that we can be aware. I did private message that person back to give some suggestions because I'm not aware of anyone else who's having trouble. But if you are, please let us know. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the employee satisfaction survey that Kristen was referencing. This is a benefit of the Caregivers Florida Career Program over the 2-year period. So there will be an employee satisfaction survey coming out over the next week. You'll get the email, which I'll tell you more about. And then we're also going to have one this time next year as well. This benefit is free for participating providers. And the results of the employee survey will be posted on the provider portal that Kristen mentioned on the Florida Care for the Aging site. There will also be free webinars for providers that will be developed based upon the results of those surveys. So really, this is twofold, the purpose of the survey. One, to provide you with additional data to use in your own engagement and retention program development within your center. And then also to create the free webinar content that you'll be receiving from our end. Next slide. So on February the 18th, you can expect to get an email from Florida Healthcare Association that will have a link that you can email directly to the employees within your center. That link will also contain customized program materials that you can use with sample messaging, a downloadable poster, a flyer, something to stuff in your paychecks so that you can get the word out to your employees to complete the survey. On those materials, there will be a URL that can be cut and pasted into the browser to complete the survey. And then there will also be a QR code so that they can easily scan it and complete the survey on a mobile device. So we're trying to make this as easy and convenient as possible. So in your messaging to your employees, you're encouraged to include the following messaging in order to boost retention response rates, So one, we want to make sure that employees know that a third party is conducting the survey and that their participation is optional and confidential. So you're not going to be able to know who has completed the survey and who hasn't. And I think that's a key element to include in order to get them to be open and honest with their survey responses. Next slide. So the survey will close on March 11th. So all responses need to be in by that date at midnight. During the week of March 14th and 25th, that 2-week period, we'll be analyzing the results in-house at Q3. And then during the week of March 28th, you can expect to see the results and analysis posted on the provider portal. You'll be getting an email with instructions on how to access that at that time. And then during the third quarter of this year, you can expect to see the free webinars being advertised, which we're going to use the employee responses to the engagement surveys in order to inform content of those webinars to assist you with your engagement and retention efforts. And that's all I have. So I'll put it back over to you, Kristen.
Okay, thanks, Kelly. Before we move on, we do have a question from one of our providers who is launching their own employee satisfaction survey on the same day. Wanted to know if they could use the results from this survey versus using ours, I guess is the question.
That's something that we'll have to look at just to see the similarities between the content. And can we get back to you on that, Sonia? That's a good question. And I also want to confer with Jen as well, because I know we did commit to collecting certain data under the grant. So I just want to make sure we're not violating that. And then also we want to be able to combine the results for all providers, in our analysis. So yeah, maybe we can talk offline about that a little further.
Okay, super, thanks. Okay. All right, so moving on, we're going to talk about our new long-term care career center. So this is where you're going to be going to post job openings. So I'm super excited. This is actually, I say this all the time, if those of you who have been with Florida Healthcare and posting on our job board, it is, it seems like there's a hamster on a wheel making it operate. It's just very antiquated. So we're going to be launching over the next week our new long-term care career center, which the website is careers.fhca.org. It's basically live, but we have one more step, which is to connect this. Now this, I know we like to confuse y'all with all your login credentials, but this will in fact connect to your FHCA login credentials. There'll be a single sign-on. So your login for Florida Healthcare Association, which is your unique username, not your email, and your passcode that you've set up, that will get you into, when you go to post a job, that's what you'll use to get complimentary job posting. We do have participants of this program who are not members of Florida Healthcare, but we have a promo code for you because posting on the job board is a benefit to being a part of this program and the grant. So we'll be working through that to get you set up. So this is the new job board. It looks super fabulous. These are real life people working in Palm Garden of Gainesville. They were agreed to be part of our photo shoot. So I always love letting our members be part of our experiences. What's new about this career center? So again, it's free of course to FHCA members using your Florida Healthcare, not this provider credentials. And then we'll have a promo code for non-member participating providers. It's got enhanced posting features. So it uses what's called a WYSIWYG editor. So basically, if you know how to use Microsoft Word to bold and to underline and to do bullets, and you can make things clickable. I know a lot of times people were not able to, you have an active link in their job postings. Fear not, this lets you do all of that. You'll have the ability to create an employer profile. You'll be able to save job postings. So if you post for a similar position often, you'll be able to save that post and then you can reuse it, which is, I think, very, really helpful so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can review job seeker resumes. So this also is another place where people are going to be coming to the website to post resumes. So you're going to have two avenues here for looking. And then it also gives you an opportunity to upgrade your job posting to a featured employer where you'll be able to be featured on the homepage of the website of the job board. So this is how it looks. So you'll come in using your FHCA member login credentials, which it's not your email. I need to have them change that, and your password. And then you'll get to this page. So this is basically what you will see as an employer when you are going to post a job. So you've got a button to post a job, you've got a button to manage a job, you've got a button to manage your account. This logo, that our Florida Healthcare logo, that's where you can put your logo. So you can, all these are buttons that you can populate. And then you can see how many people are active in the network. You can see if you've got a pending job, an active job, a job that you've started posting, but you didn't activate, and then any of your closed job. This is your profile page that you'll be able to track your history. So you'll want to come in first and set up an employer profile. Couple things, you'll basically just putting in information here, billing contact. There's no cost to participate, but you want to put who the main point of contact is, your address, just basically your employer profile, just general information about your organization. So you want to set that up first and just follow the buttons to follow the steps. Once you do that, you'll come up here to post jobs, and again, free job posting, everything's free here. Member, non-member, if you're a non-member of Florida Healthcare, but you're participating in this program, again, we'll get you a promo code so that you can post. This is the pages for posting a job. So you can see it's built out so much different than what we had before, where it was one basic box where you just typed in information and couldn't do anything pretty with it. Job title, internal job number is just for your tracking. You'll put in your description. You can bold, underline, bullet things. You can choose what discipline it is. You'll come down and you'll identify yourself as assisted living or nursing home. Again, filling out, salary info, if you want to include that, where the applications go to, putting in an email address. You can also put in some key search words, and then you'll be able to preview your job before you post it. On the job seeker side, this is what they're going to see. They're going to be able to see a much more robust looking job posting. So it's a lot cleaner for them, which makes it easier for them to view. They can scroll through different lists of the job openings here. So, and job seekers also can participate. We used to have this on our FHCA job board many, many years ago, and then we stopped doing that. But on this page as well, job seekers come in, can create a profile, save their job searches, and they can also post a resume. And there's also job seeker tools as part of this platform. They have the ability to get a free resume sample write-up as a part of a consultation. Our site is powered through Nailer, which is what American Healthcare Association uses as well. So we're also part of the national network of job postings. So from in addition to what is available to you on the Florida Care for the Aging job seeker submissions, you can also go through and search job seeker resumes, which this you may find more beneficial to you from more executive level positions, where you can search for individuals who may have posted they're looking into, they're interested in executive level positions, because this is going to pull people from outside there as part of the national network. So you can search by location, you can search by disciplines, job types, and expected salaries. So that's just another useful tool that is part of this. So again, that's
Kristen.
Yes, ma'am.
Kristen, just a quick question. How do you want to address how non-FHCA members will get access?
Yes, so we have a promo code. So basically when you're posting a job, you're going through, let me see if I can I go backwards? Yeah. So when you're posting your job, go backwards one more. You go through the posting process and it's almost like a checkout. So you're logging in with your credentials, setting up your profile. And even if you're a non-member, you'll be able to set up a profile. But when you go to check out, if you've logged in with your FHCA credentials, it'll know that you're a member, and you just go through and you've got a zero charge on your posting. If you're checking out as a non-member part of this program, it'll ask you to put in your promo code, which is it's one code that you'll use every time you post a job. And just like when you have, you're buying something and you have a discount code, it's similar to that. So it'll be a promo code that we'll give you, and you'll use that when you check out, and it'll recognize you as part of this program, and you won't be charged for posting the job. So hopefully that makes sense for folks. We're trying to get really high tech here at Florida Healthcare. Okay, so that is basically, let me get back to where I was. So that's the job board. I'm really excited. The only thing we're really waiting on right now is just finalizing that single sign-on with your FHCA user credentials, and we should have that finalized next week. And then we'll launch an email. Y'all know I like to send lots of emails, so we'll launch an email that will let you know that this is available and this is online. It'll be accessible through the Care for the Aging website. It'll be accessible from the FHCA website. And then you, of course, will want to bookmark it for yourself. If you are a human resource person we switched over to new FHCA login credentials, which a lot of our members are using now because they're registering for events. That's the same credentials you register for our events through our portal to check out when you sign up for conference or nurse leadership or any of those events or webinars. But if you're someone who is, doesn't go to our website that often, you may not have, or maybe you used to post job openings, but you haven't been recently, you're going to need your new login credentials. So you can email me at kknapp@fhca.org, or just contact our office. Any one of us can help you to get set up. Or if you just go to the website and you click on a members only section, and there's a button that will pop up when you try to post to access anything members only, that'll ask you to click a button to set up your credentials. So if we've got your facility, your organization in our database, we recognize you as a member, and you'll be able to get those credentials. And if you need help, we're happy to help you. So that's mostly what we have. I just want to go back over some of the important dates that we shared with you all. Again, on Monday, we're going to send you an email, which will remind you how to set up your provider portal login so that you can get into the portal section of the Care for the Aging website. Well, look at me, February 17th. Okay, we're launching the Career Center. So hopefully you'll get an email next week with the Career Center. I've got high aspirations that our single sign-on will be done. If not, it'll be a couple days after that. On the 18th, we're going to send you the employee satisfaction survey opens, and we'll send you an email with that information. Again, as Kelly mentioned, we're going to try to make this as easy on you as possible. We're going to give you sample language you can use on your intranet and email communications, downloadable posters, paycheck stuffers. We want to help you make this as easy as possible to help us get information that we need to enhance this program. So that's on the 18th. We'll be launching our job seeker ad campaign at the end of the month. I'm very excited about that. As we mentioned last time, we've got a robust digital campaign using social media, internet advertising, lots of great things to drive job seekers to the Care for the Aging site to populate those job seeker profiles. March 11th is when your employee satisfaction survey closes. That's the deadline. We'll send you a couple of reminders about that as well, so that you can help continue to promote that in your centers among your employees. And then on March 28th, we'll be sharing satisfaction survey results. A lot of that will be posted to the provider portal. And that's the information. What we hear from your employees is the information that we'll use to inform what we're doing here. So building out our webinars and just looking at different tools and resources that we can provide to you. So let's open it up for some questions. Let's see, I'm gonna try to scroll through here. We have a question about a promo info for the employee satisfaction survey. So we are working at building out all of that information. The promotional information, again, we'll have a downloadable flyer, poster, paycheck stuffer, sample email communication. All that will come in that email that we send to you on the 18th. how do you get the contact info? Yeah, and so we'll also include in that email, we'll include the link that you'll have, the web link for the satisfaction survey, the QR code, all that will come to you. Lots of questions about the survey, so we're really excited about that. Yes, no cost to post your jobs, free member benefit, and free promo code benefit for participating. So tell your friends they need to sign up for our program. Let's see, Kelly and Jen, is there anything else that we might not have covered today?
No, I don't think so. I think we got it.
Okay. All right. Well, that looks like all the questions that we had. We're doing good on these webinars.
Oh, we do have one more question, Kristen. Is the website cross-referenced to other career sites?
Yes. So, so the Florida Healthcare Career Center, it is, yes, it does cross-reference with other career sites. So it's built as under the Naylor network. It's part of American Healthcare has this a similar career center. So it will pull people that we know the promotion they do will also drive people to our site. And I am not an expert, but I believe if you all are using similar sites to do some job postings, you can indicate that when you're building out your member profile. So there is some IT involved in that, and our Naylor folks have indicated that if you need help with that, they can set that up for you. They can help you set that up. So
Kristen, I saw that as one of the questions on that profile. It said, do you use an ATS, which is an applicant tracking system, which is what a lot of the providers use. So that I think that's where they would indicate yes, and it probably has a drop down. Which one do they use?
yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. See, we've got so many acronyms in this field. All right. I'm so glad we record our webinars so you can all have my little quicks here. I think that is it. So I appreciate everyone taking time to join us today. We're going to post this recording in case any of your colleagues missed it. It'll be on the provider portal. So be on the lookout for our email on Monday. And again, our contact information, they're all in all of our communications. The team at Q3 is awesome, and you know where to find me. So we appreciate everything, and we look forward to being partners with you on this journey to help you with your workforce initiatives, and hope that you all have a fantastic day.